Hi everybody, my name is Stephanie and I would like to show you something that you can do with your blocks to actually challenge you in a very common pose in yoga. So as you know, blocks typically have a reputation of making something easier. You know, use them if you need to modify. I've actually had students in my classes that will say, oh, I don't need the blocks, and they're, I guess, thinking or assuming that I am wanting to make things easier, and that's not always the case with blocks. I feel they serve three main purposes. One is definitely to modify a pose, or maybe bring the floor up a little bit higher if you are like me and have super short arms. And they can also challenge you in a pose, which is what I want to demonstrate today. And then also they can be used to help in a restorative posture by making something a little bit more supportive. But today I want to show you something you can do with bird dog, which is a pretty common pose and technique. So if you will, keep on watching. So from our typical, very common pose called tabletop, if you are doing the bird dog pose, that's of course where you have one arm extended and then the opposite leg extended. And usually you inhale, lengthen, and then you exhale, round your spine and touch elbow to knee. And you inhale, lengthen, and touch elbow to knee. So you can also progress from that a little bit more, and if you are inhaling and lengthening, then instead of touching elbow to knee, you can exhale and grab that back foot, press into the palm for tiger pose. That is a great quad stretch, by the way. So that's what typically happens in a class with that bird dog pose, but I would like to challenge you to use some blocks with that. So it's important to place the block underneath your shin and another block underneath your hand. And of course it's opposite limbs, right? So if you were to do that and you get yourself situated, give yourself a little moment there, and then come up onto the blocks. And I am telling you, immediately you're going to feel the challenge with your balance, and your core kicks in a lot more. So you inhale, lengthen, and round your back, touch elbow to knee. Lengthen, exhale, that took some doing, and I am here to tell you that, as you can tell, my breath is getting a little heavy and I'm having to catch it. That is no joke. That is a lot more difficult, just elevating onto blocks. One thing I would note is when you are using blocks, you might not want to have your entire knee directly on it. If you noticed what I was doing, I had basically my shin for the most part on the block and not my knee. So that might be something to consider, especially if you have some knee issues, which I do with my right knee. But anyway, so try it out. Let me know how it went, and definitely let me know a couple of things. Did you feel that it was more of a challenge with your balance? Did you feel your core kicking in? And definitely, did you become out of breath, especially if you did 2 rounds on both sides? Talk to you later. Bye.